Ladies and gentlemen, there is an undeniable truth about human nature, a truth that lies in the subtle interplay of attention and perception. When men first encounter a woman, their eyes, their minds are drawn to something instinctive, something beyond mere appearances. It's not a singular trait, not a predictable point on a checklist, but rather a symphony of impressions that strike the heart before the mind has time to catch up. Perhaps it is the way she carries herself, the quiet confidence that whispers rather than shouts. It may be the glimmer of a smile that lingers longer than expected, or the way her eyes seem to hold a story untold. These are the things that stay with a man long after the moment has passed. It's not about perfection. Perfection is a hollow thing. No, it's the imperfections that captivate, the small, unique details that make her unmistakably herself. A gesture, a laugh, the way her hand brushes her hair. These fleeting moments, so seemingly ordinary, are etched in memory like works of art. And yet what truly captures a man's attention is not just what he sees, but what he feels. The energy she brings into a room, the way her presence changes the air around her. Men notice strength, resilience, kindness, qualities that shine brighter than the surface ever could. They notice authenticity, the rare courage to be unapologetically real in a world so often filled with masks. It is not always immediate, this noticing. Sometimes it is a slow realization, like the gradual unveiling of a masterpiece. And when it happens, it is not forgotten, because it was never superficial to begin with. So, as we consider what men notice about women first, let us understand that it is far more than what meets the eye. It is a connection, a recognition of something profound, something meaningful. It is a moment that speaks to the depths of the human soul, reminding us that the most remarkable things in life are never simply seen, they are felt. Thank you. Confidence and presence are among the most powerful and captivating qualities a person can possess. When men first notice a woman, it is often her presence that speaks before any words are exchanged. It's the way she moves, the way she occupies space, and the silent command of attention she holds without demanding it. This quality goes beyond physical beauty. It is an intangible aura that signals self-assurance and inner strength. It's an energy that makes her stand out in a crowd, an unspoken declaration that she knows her worth and embraces it fully. Confidence is not about arrogance or loudness, it's about being comfortable in one's own skin. It's about walking into a room and not seeking validation, but instead exuding a quiet assurance that comes from self-acceptance. Men often notice this because it's a reflection of independence and security. A confident woman doesn't rely on others to define her. She knows who she is and stands firmly in that knowledge. This kind of presence is magnetic because it conveys stability, maturity, and strength, qualities that draw people in and leave a lasting impression. The way confidence manifests can vary. Sometimes it's in the posture, shoulders back, head held high, a stride that shows purpose. It's the way she engages with the world around her, making eye contact, offering a warm smile, or speaking with conviction. These subtle cues send a message that she is at ease with herself and her surroundings. Men consciously or unconsciously pick up on these signals and are often drawn to them because they suggest reliability and trustworthiness. Confidence creates an air of mystery and intrigue, prompting curiosity and admiration. Presence, on the other hand, is the ability to command attention without effort. It's a blend of confidence and awareness, a harmonious balance of being assertive and approachable. When a woman has presence, she doesn't need to be the loudest in the room to be noticed. Her mere existence in a space draws attention because she radiates an energy that feels both grounded and uplifting. It's the way she interacts with people, the way she listens intently, or the way she speaks with purpose. This level of presence often leaves a lasting impression because it feels authentic and genuine. Men are not naturally drawn to confidence and presence because these traits suggest self-reliance and strength. A confident woman doesn't conform to societal pressures or seek approval. She creates her own path and follows it with determination. This independence is incredibly appealing because it signals that she has her own identity, dreams, and aspirations. It shows that she values herself and her time, which in turn inspires others to value her as well. Moreover, confidence is contagious. Being around someone who exudes self-assurance can elevate the mood of those around them. It creates a sense of security and comfort, making interactions more enjoyable and meaningful. When a man notices a confident woman, he often feels inspired to rise to the occasion, to match her energy, and to engage with her on a deeper level. Confidence invites respect and admiration, and it challenges others to view her as an equal, rather than someone seeking validation. It's also worth noting that confidence and presence are not solely about outward appearances. While external factors like style, grooming, or physical attractiveness may initially catch someone's eye, it is the inner confidence that leaves a lasting impression. Men notice when a woman carries herself with dignity and self-respect, when her actions and words align with her values, and when she remains authentic in every situation. This consistency builds trust and admiration because it reflects strength of character and emotional maturity. In moments of vulnerability or uncertainty, true confidence shines even brighter. It's the ability to navigate challenges with grace, to remain composed in difficult situations, and to maintain a sense of self even when faced with adversity. Men often notice and admire this resilience because it demonstrates depth and strength of spirit. It's a reminder that confidence isn't about being unshakable, it's about embracing imperfections and rising above them. Ultimately, confidence and presence are intertwined qualities that create a powerful and unforgettable impression. When men first notice a woman, it is often her confidence that sets the tone for how they perceive her. It's an unspoken language, a silent message that says, "I know who I am and I am unapologetically myself." This kind of presence is rare and remarkable, and is something that leaves an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who encounter it. Authenticity and uniqueness are qualities that captivate attention in ways that surface-level attributes never can. When men first notice a woman, what truly stands out is not how closely she fits a predefined standard of beauty or behavior, but the way she embraces her individuality. It is her authenticity, her ability to be unapologetically herself that resonates deeply. This is because authenticity is rare and, when present, feels genuine and refreshing in a world often consumed by appearances and conformity. Uniqueness manifests in countless ways. It may be the way she laughs, a sound so distinct that it lingers in memory long after the moment has passed. It could be the way she chooses her words, blending warmth and thoughtfulness into her conversations. It's the small, almost imperceptible habits or quirks that make her stand apart, like the way her eyes light up when discussing something she's passionate about, or the rhythm of her gestures when she's excited. These are not things anyone can imitate or recreate, because they are rooted in who she is, a combination of her experiences, personality, and outlook on life. Men often notice these unique traits not because they are seeking perfection, but because they are seeking connection. Perfection is static, unchanging, and often unrelatable, whereas authenticity is dynamic and full of life. It is the imperfections, the slight missteps, the unguarded moments that make someone real and relatable. A woman who embraces her flaws rather than hides them signals a level of confidence that is deeply attractive. It shows she values her individuality over fitting into societal molds, and this self-assurance is both intriguing and inspiring. Authenticity also reflects a sense of integrity. A woman who is true to herself communicates a sense of honesty and transparency. She doesn't wear a facade or try to be someone she's not. Instead, she is consistent in her words, actions, and emotions. This consistency creates trust, because it reassures others that what they see is what they get. Men notice and appreciate this because it fosters a sense of stability and reliability. Authenticity is disarming. It allows for genuine connections to form without the barriers of pretense or superficiality. Uniqueness, on the other hand, is about celebrating individuality. In a world that often encourages conformity, a woman who dares to be different is inherently captivating. It's the way she expresses herself through her choices, whether in fashion, hobbies, or perspectives on life. Perhaps it's the unconventional way she sees the world or the creative spark that drives her passions. These unique qualities stand out because they are a reflection of her inner self, not an attempt to mimic or please others. Men notice this kind of individuality because it sets her apart, making her unforgettable in a sea of sameness. Authenticity and uniqueness also show in how a woman engages with others. She might have an unfiltered sense of humor, one that's raw and uninhibited, making those around her feel at ease. Or perhaps she has a way of listening that makes others feel truly heard, a rare quality in a world that often prioritizes speaking over understanding. Men notice these interactions because they are rooted in sincerity, a quality that cannot be faked. A genuine smile, a thoughtful gesture, or even a moment of vulnerability can leave a profound impact simply because it is real. Moreover, authenticity invites vulnerability, which is a cornerstone of meaningful human connections. A woman who is comfortable being vulnerable signals that she is not afraid to let others see her true self. This openness is incredibly attractive because it creates a space for others to be vulnerable as well, fostering deeper relationships. Men notice and appreciate this courage because it speaks to emotional strength and self-awareness. It shows that she values honesty and is willing to share her true thoughts and feelings, even if it means exposing her imperfections. It's also important to note that authenticity and uniqueness are not qualities one can force or fabricate. They emerge naturally when a woman lives in alignment with her values and passions. Men are often drawn to this because it suggests that she is comfortable with who she is, free from the pressures of comparison or competition. This kind of confidence is magnetic, not because it seeks to impress, but because it simply exists as a reflection of her true self. When men notice a woman's authenticity and uniqueness, it's not about admiring something external, it's about recognizing something intrinsic. It's the realization that she is not trying to fit into a mold, but is instead embracing the fullness of who she is. This kind of presence lingers in the mind because it feels real, unforced, and deeply human. It is a testament to the power of being oneself, a reminder that true beauty lies in individuality, and emotional connection is an elusive yet powerful force that transcends surface-level attraction. When men first notice a woman, it's not just her outward appearance that captures their attention, but the way she makes them feel. Emotional connection is rooted in the depth of interaction, and it often goes unnoticed at first, subtly weaving its way into a man's thoughts and memories. This connection is an intricate dance, one where emotions are shared, understood, and respected. It's the kind of bond that develops not through words alone, but through the way a woman's presence resonates within a person, how she makes them feel understood, seen, and valued. One of the most striking ways emotional connection manifests is in the way a woman listens. Listening, truly listening, goes far beyond hearing words. It is the art of understanding what lies beneath them. A woman who listens with empathy and attentiveness creates a space where those around her feel safe to express themselves. Men notice this because it creates an immediate sense of comfort and ease. There's no need for pretense or forced conversation because the exchange feels genuine. When someone listens with full presence, it communicates an unspoken message: I care about what you're saying, and I value you as you are. It is this kind of emotional investment that draws people in and keeps them coming back. A man may be drawn to a woman not only because of what she says, but because of how her attention makes him feel. An emotional connection is also fostered by a woman's ability to be attuned to the feelings of others. It's the sensitivity to unspoken cues, the subtle shifts in mood, the fleeting moments of vulnerability that creates a sense of intimacy. Men notice when a woman has this gift of emotional awareness, as it indicates a deep sense of emotional intelligence and compassion. When she responds to these cues, not with judgment but with understanding, it builds a bridge between them. This kind of emotional resonance draws men in because it shows that she is not just aware of her own feelings, but also able to recognize and respond to the emotional needs of those around her. It creates a profound sense of connection because it suggests she values emotional depth and is capable of forming bonds that go beyond the surface. In addition to emotional awareness, the vulnerability that a woman shows also plays a key role in fostering emotional connection. It's the courage to expose one's true feelings, to allow others a glimpse into one's inner world, that deepens the connection between two people. Men often notice this vulnerability because it is a rare and valuable quality. In a world that sometimes rewards emotional stoicism, a woman who is willing to be open and honest about her emotions creates a space where others feel it is safe to do the same. Emotional vulnerability is not about weakness, it is about strength, the strength to be raw and real, to express what is often unspoken, and to connect with another on a profound level. Men are drawn to this kind of emotional transparency because it invites intimacy and trust. A woman's emotional intelligence is further displayed in the way she responds to the emotional needs of others. This may not always be done through grand gestures, but rather through small acts of kindness, understanding, or care. A comforting touch, a gentle word, or even just being present when someone is going through a tough time. These are the things that create a lasting emotional bond. Men notice when a woman has the ability to meet them where they are emotionally, without judgment or expectation. It is in these moments of tenderness and understanding that a deeper emotional connection is forged. The ability to be emotionally supportive, to offer care without strings attached, creates a sense of safety and belonging that men often seek but may not always articulate. One of the most profound aspects of emotional connection is the way it transcends words. It is in the shared silences, the moments where no speech is necessary, yet everything is understood. When a woman and a man share a look or a smile that holds weight beyond the ordinary, it speaks volumes. These subtle exchanges carry with them an emotional resonance that words often fail to capture. Men notice when a woman's presence is comforting, when her eyes seem to speak a language all their own, and when the connection between them feels effortless. It's not always the things said that create the bond, but the things felt in those unspoken moments. The depth of an emotional connection is also reflected in the respect a woman shows toward a man's emotions. When she acknowledges his feelings without belittling them or dismissing them, it builds a sense of mutual respect. Men notice when a woman sees them as complex emotional beings, not just as a facade or a role they play. This recognition of emotional depth, both in oneself and in others, strengthens the connection. It is the acknowledgement that both partners have emotional landscapes that are worth exploring, understanding, and cherishing. When emotional connection is present, It creates a profound bond that is hard to forget. It's not something that can be easily replicated or manufactured. It comes from the genuine exchange of emotions, the quiet understanding, and the empathy shared between two people. For men, the emotional connection with a woman is often the foundation upon which they build deeper affection and admiration. It is not only about attraction or shared experiences, it is about the resonance of shared emotional truths, where both individuals can connect in ways that feel authentic, real, and transformative. Kindness and strength are two qualities that, when combined, create an undeniable allure. Men often notice these qualities in women because they signal something deeper than mere surface-level traits. Kindness is the warmth that radiates from within, the ability to extend compassion to others without expecting anything in return. Strength, on the other hand, is the resilience and fortitude that allows someone to face challenges with courage, even when circumstances are tough. Together, these two traits form a dynamic presence that is both comforting and inspiring, drawing people in with their authenticity and depth. Kindness often manifests in the smallest of actions. It's the way a woman listens intently to someone's troubles, offering empathy without judgment. It's the way she acknowledges the worth of those around her, whether with a simple compliment or a thoughtful gesture. Men notice when a woman shows kindness because it creates a sense of safety and warmth in her presence. It's the understanding that, regardless of the situation, she will treat others with respect, empathy, and care. In a world where many are quick to judge or criticize, kindness stands out as an incredibly rare and valuable quality. It softens the heart and creates an environment where people feel valued, making it an attractive quality to anyone who encounters it. There's also something deeply admirable about the way kindness can bridge divides, heal wounds, and foster connection. A woman who shows kindness is someone who understands the power of human connection and the importance of uplifting others. She doesn't act out of obligation or to gain favor. Her kindness is genuine and flows naturally from her character. Men notice this kind of generosity because it signals emotional maturity and a caring nature, qualities that suggest depth and richness in relationships. The simple act of kindness, whether in a moment of personal interaction or a gesture in a group, can speak volumes about a woman's heart and her ability to create bonds that last. But it's not just kindness that attracts attention, it's the strength that underpins it. Strength is not about physical power, but rather the inner fortitude that allows a woman to persevere through adversity. Men are drawn to women who exhibit strength in the face of challenges, who stand firm in their convictions and rise above difficulties with grace. Strength is often quiet and measured. It's the ability to maintain composure when everything around you is in turmoil, to continue forward despite setbacks. Men notice when a woman has the capacity to weather life's storms without crumbling under pressure. It's the silent resolve that speaks volumes about her character and her determination to overcome obstacles. This strength is not about being invulnerable or unshakable, but about resilience, the ability to recover from hardship and continue growing. A woman who has faced challenges and come out stronger on the other side exudes a quiet power that is deeply inspiring. It's the understanding that while life may throw curveballs, one can still maintain their sense of self and move forward with confidence. Men often admire this strength because it suggests that a woman is not easily swayed by the winds of life. Her ability to endure, to rise above the trials, demonstrates a quiet confidence and emotional intelligence that makes her someone worth admiring and respecting. The beauty of kindness and strength lies in the way they complement one another. Kindness softens the edges of strength, making it accessible and approachable. A woman who is kind does not use her strength to dominate or control, but to uplift and support others. Her strength is not about proving herself to others, it is about protecting, nurturing, and guiding those she cares for. This balance between tenderness and power creates an emotional depth that is magnetic. Men notice when a woman is both gentle and strong because it reflects a maturity and emotional depth that few can match. It suggests that she is grounded in herself, capable of handling life's complexities with grace, and committed to uplifting others along the way. Moreover, kindness and strength often manifest in the way a woman handles relationships. Men notice when a woman is strong enough to set boundaries while also being compassionate enough to understand the needs of those around her. It's a balance between asserting oneself and being considerate of others' emotions. A woman who can navigate relationships with both empathy and confidence is incredibly magnetic because it suggests that she is emotionally intelligent and has the ability to cultivate meaningful, respectful connections. This emotional balance creates an environment where trust can flourish as both parties feel heard and understood. In addition, kindness and strength can be seen in how a woman approaches her own personal growth. A woman who is kind to herself, who practices self-compassion, who acknowledges her flaws without judgment, and who seeks to improve herself is a woman who possesses a quiet strength. Her ability to face her own vulnerabilities with grace and courage is deeply admirable. Men notice this strength because it reflects emotional maturity and the willingness to grow. A woman who is kind to herself and others, yet strong in her convictions, sends a powerful message that she is not only capable of handling life's challenges, but also committed to making the world around her better. Ultimately, kindness and strength together create an undeniable force that leaves a lasting impression. Men notice this combination because it speaks to the core of what makes someone truly remarkable. It's not just about being sweet or tough. It's about having the capacity to navigate life with empathy, resilience, and grace. The strength to face adversity with poise and the kindness to uplift those around you is a rare and beautiful balance. It is this combination of traits that creates a woman who is not only admired but also deeply respected, a woman whose presence lingers in the hearts and minds of those she encounters. Subtle gestures and expressions often speak volumes, carrying a depth and significance that far exceeds their apparent simplicity. Men, when first noticing a woman, are often captivated not by grand actions but by the small, nuanced movements that reflect her emotions, character, and state of mind. These quiet cues, such as a glance, a smile, or a shift in posture, reveal more about a person than words ever could. They convey unspoken messages, offering glimpses into a woman's feelings and personality, and often become the moments that linger long after the interaction has ended. A woman's smile, for instance, is one of the most powerful tools in her repertoire of subtle expressions. It may seem trivial, but a smile can transform the entire atmosphere of a room. It can express warmth, friendliness, and openness. Men often notice a woman's smile because it conveys not only her emotions, but also her willingness to connect with others. A genuine smile has a magnetic quality, drawing people in and inviting them to engage. It's a simple gesture, yet it has the power to break down barriers and establish a sense of comfort and trust. A smile that is authentic and unforced communicates confidence, a comfort in oneself, and a desire to foster connection. It's a subtle yet profound expression that can leave an indelible mark on anyone who witnesses it. Another subtle gesture that often captures attention is the way a woman uses her eyes. Eye contact is a powerful form of non-verbal communication, and the way a woman looks at someone can reveal a great deal about her thoughts and feelings. Men notice the way her eyes light up when she is passionate about a topic, or the way they soften when she listens attentively. There is a depth in a woman's gaze that can communicate kindness, curiosity, and empathy. Sometimes, a simple glance can convey more than an hour of conversation, as it reveals a level of attentiveness and connection that words might struggle to express. The eyes, as they say, are the windows to the soul, and when a woman's eyes reflect sincerity, understanding, or intrigue, it draws people in and forms a bridge between two people that transcends spoken language. The way a woman carries herself also speaks volumes through subtle gestures. The manner in which she moves, her posture, the way she walks, and how she occupies space can communicate a sense of self-assurance and poise. A woman who stands tall with her shoulders back and head held high exudes a quiet strength that often catches the eye. The confidence expressed through body language is unmistakable, and it is often in the most casual movements that a man notices how comfortable she is in her own skin. It is not about being loud or drawing attention to herself, but rather about radiating a sense of self-respect and security. These small, seemingly insignificant actions, the way she adjusts her posture, the way she moves through a room, convey an underlying message of confidence that many men find incredibly compelling. Similarly, the way a woman uses her hands in conversation or her facial expressions can be deeply revealing. Whether she is gesturing expressively while telling a story or gently placing her hand on someone's arm to offer comfort, these small actions speak volumes about her emotional intelligence and attentiveness. Men notice the way her hands move gracefully, the subtle touches that convey warmth and understanding, and the expressions that reflect her emotional engagement with the moment. A woman who is attuned to the emotions of those around her often expresses this sensitivity through her gestures, and it is in these small movements that men recognize her capacity for empathy and connection. Furthermore, the act of listening itself is often accompanied by subtle gestures that convey attentiveness and care. A slight nod, a tilt of the head, or the way she leans in slightly when someone speaks, all of these small movements show that she is fully present in the moment, engaged with what is being said. Men notice this level of attentiveness because it indicates respect and genuine interest. It is not just about hearing the words, it is about acknowledging the person and their feelings. These subtle expressions create a sense of being truly seen and heard, and this connection is deeply appreciated by anyone fortunate enough to experience it. The beauty of these subtle gestures and expressions is that they are universal. While words can be easily misinterpreted or manipulated, non-verbal communication is often more honest and authentic. A woman's smile, Her eyes, her posture, and the way she moves through the world carry a truth that is difficult to fake. These subtle cues offer a glimpse into her character and her emotional state, and men often notice them because they reveal the essence of who she is. It is in these small, fleeting moments when she is not trying to impress, but simply being herself, that her true nature shines through. Moreover, these gestures often build a sense of intimacy and trust between individuals. In the course of a relationship, it is not always the grand declarations or gestures that create the strongest bonds, but the quiet moments of connection that accumulate over time. A shared look, a knowing smile, the way she tilts her head when listening, these are the things that create a deep sense of understanding and familiarity. Men are often drawn to these moments because they are real and unpretentious, reflecting the unspoken understanding between two people. They speak to the depth of the connection, one that goes beyond words and touches on something much more profound. Ultimately, subtle gestures and expressions are the quiet language of the heart, and they often say more than words could ever capture. Men notice these small, seemingly insignificant actions because they reveal truths that are felt rather than spoken. Whether through a glance, a smile, or a slight shift in posture, these subtle cues offer a glimpse into a woman's emotions, thoughts, and character, creating a connection that is authentic and lasting. These moments are often the ones that leave the deepest impressions, lingering long after the conversation ends and the moment has passed. In conclusion, subtle gestures and expressions reveal the true essence of a woman, often conveying more than words ever could. These small unspoken cues, whether through a smile, a glance, or body language, build connections that are genuine, lasting, and deeply impactful. Men notice these moments because they offer an authentic glimpse into a woman's character, creating bonds that go beyond surface-level attraction and leave lasting impressions.